Let me get Restream set up on the other monitor. Already going to it. You can see on the computer, so we're good to go here. Awesome. Okay, let me go ahead and hide that for now. So that went out. I'm gonna leave. I'm actually gonna just hide this behind the screen here. I think it's a play, so you guys won't see tons of stuff on the screen, but I can put on the monitor here until we get that set up in the right spot. Oh, come on. I think we just leave that there for now. Yeah, I think it's a play. I'm okay with that. Sheesh! Alright, this is it. We're finally set up. I guess my only major problem is I can't monitor. Actually, I'll do this. I know you guys aren't going to like this that much. But I'm having trouble. So originally, this monitor, the one that I'm usually playing on, is supposed to be over there, right next to my laptop that you kind of see on the camera here. But the cable doesn't work for the particular setup I have, so there's some issues. So I have something coming in tomorrow that'll fix that problem. So that'll be moved, and then we'll have like a substitute, so it'll be good to go. But yeah, this is it. This is it. I'm excited for this. Super, super excited. Big Poppy. How you doing, Potato? So I just got all my all the overlays set up finally. I mean, it took ages to actually do. So that's all good to go now with the various with it set up on my Stream Deck too. So kind of different from the normal setup. I know it looks weird. So normally, I'll show you guys real quick with the GoPro here. So actually, let me switch camera so you guys can see this a little bit better. So normally, I'm over here, and I'll have my Stream Deck here with my extra monitor, and then that's how I'll kind of game, and then I'll be able to monitor chat here in using this mic. But because I have to be over here, it's going to be a little different today. And this will probably just for these types of streams. So this is not going to be like, not going to be replacement of the gaming content, but this is it. So, sure, I'll send it to you. Have you actually gotten any sleep, Chevy? I know you said you needed to get some. So this, I don't know if you saw the title, but so I am a credentialed firearms coach, and I actually used to compete on the U of A's action shooting team. So basically, because of COVID and ammo prices, I haven't been able to compete or even practice. I had one opportunity about a month ago, and that was it for over a year. So essentially, I built an in-home range. On the cheap side, there's better equipment that you can pay about 10 times the price. That's super cool, and I've actually used it before, but this is significantly cheaper, does the same job. I can self-coach. So looking here at the main screen, let me just see if we're at the boot up. On the top left, that is the actual like main shooting screen. So I'll have these little targets set up, and basically they'll get tracked with the software on the top left. That I'm gonna go make that the main screen. So what this does, this allows me to be able to use this IR training simulator, and that little thing, that dot you see in about 2 seconds. Basically, you guys actually here we go. Let me make sure it's actually working. Yeah, so that little like white dot you keep seeing, that's an IR laser. So that's like, so I can actually see, some kind of outcome-oriented goal, so you guys can see, oh, I'm hitting my targets. So then going back to the main screen, once again, on the top, oh, it's not working again, what down? That was GoPro, nice. Okay, on the top right, normally you'd have the GoPro there, so you can get a air quote body shot of what it would look like. Let's see if we can get it fixed. Nice. I think it just went down on me. Properties. That is not showing. Awesome. Okay, so that already went down. I've been having a lot of trouble with the past 2 days anyway, so I guess it wasn't entirely unexpected. But normally you'd have the GoPro working. Let me try and just turn it off and turn it back on while I'm sitting here. So that'll kind of get like a more of a body angle of my body, so you guys can see what kind of stance I'm doing. You know, and I can self-diagnose as well. So get that angle, and then there we go. All right, let's see if that actually worked. And then the bottom right, what you guys are seeing is a training aid. So here, right here, is the actual simulated firearm. So there's no, you can't rack the slide. It's a weighted magazine, no actually ammo in there. You can't put ammo in it. So there's 2 different modes. So let me see if I can grab something real quick to push this in. So with the mode that I don't use, essentially once I start pulling, I'm going to use my thumb here so you can see it. Once I start pulling on the trigger, there's a laser comes out. You can kind of see it on the main screen right now on the top left. So that means I'm pulling down on the trigger. I have not pulled the trigger yet. IR pulse goes off. You'll see that with the brighter one. So I'm going to end up turning off. That's called a prep trigger. They're the prep light. So I'm turning that off just so I'm not using that to actually like aim, and it's kind of just a better practice. No, this is just the default one. I haven't changed it. I still have the other one up, Jeremy. So that's just I haven't changed it on my part. But yeah, so I gotta read chat here. I'm sorry guys. Whoa. Let me actually bring my mouse over here. There we go. Well, there it is. Where it is. Where'd it go? All right, so I'll send you the thing at the end of stream. I think it's Epoch Cam, EPOC Cam. I believe it's made by Elgato. Some of this is only PC, some of this isn't. So the SIRT gun is itself, you don't need a computer for it. It's just a laser. Pull the trigger, laser goes off, laser impulse goes off. This little here, the Mantis X, you actually require to have a phone for it. So what it does is it'll tell me what's going on. So how am I shooting? So it'll like, oh, I'm not doing something right. So you need to. I'm not trying right now. I'm trying to do something wrong. So it's telling me, this is what you need to do to fix your shots. And some of the stuff, like you'll see, like it'll detect an error. Some of the stuff is very, very, very minute actual changes or things I'm doing wrong. Oh, GoPro's up. That's awesome. Okay. So very, very, very minute actual issues. So it's a good like kind of extra diagnosis. So as somebody who does coach, it's a good tool to be able to use if I don't pick up on something. Because I would say about 90% of the time I can tell what I'm doing wrong as I'm pulling the trigger. Like, oh, I need to fix this. Oh, I need to fix this. But this basically makes up for that and even may tell me something I don't know. So there's a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So kind of to set the ground rules, I'm not doing any, like, I like to joke around that, oh, we're here for the, the feels, the good times, and the memes. I'm not memeing during this. This is like legit me actually focusing and trying to bring you guys into the fold and show you some cool stuff. And if you guys don't like the content, I totally get it. Just stay for the gaming. That'll be, stay normally in the evenings. This is kind of its own separate thing. And then the other thing is absolutely no politics at all. So you'll get a first warning, and that'll be either from me or the mods directly. And then after that, you're getting banned. I'm not messing around with that. This is meant to be completely educational. I'm not going to talk about any current topics with this. If you guys want to talk about that stuff, I don't think stream is the correct medium for that. But I would be willing to have those kind of conversations off stream in Discord some other time. So Yep. So to kind of to also talk about that. So 3 fundamental rules of firearm safety. I didn't add the actual command in there, so or the command on my Stream Deck, but me being me. So 3 fundamental rules of firearm safety. Keep your gun pointed in safe direction, keep your finger off the trigger, and keep the gun loaded until ready to fire. Along with that goes with knowing what your target is and beyond, especially with the first rule. So a lot of times in competition, the rule of thumb is you have 80 degrees or 180 degrees. So basically this entire field area is your field of fire. If you break that 180, you're immediately disqualified. So for the purposes of us actually doing this, I have enough cameras around the room where there's absolutely no reason for me to be able to break that 180. As I was just doing a minute ago, I can do something like this. I can come up to this camera. I can show it like this. So there's no reason for me to break that 180 rule. So the wall that you guys see that this camera is on here, that's going to be our, actually here. This camera is on here. That is going to be our 180. Oh, this is something wrong with this. Happy I just caught that. But that's going to be our down range. So see if it gets fixed real quick. But yeah, just kind of set ground rules. If I'm ever showing off a live firearm in here, there will be absolutely no ammo and the ammunition in the room at all. If I'm ever giving, so I'm a credentialed coach, so I can give coaching advice, you know, and I feel comfortable doing that. If there are, and I'll probably say this every single time, you know, unload your, you know, take out the magazine of your firearm, you know, unload, show clear. So take out the magazine, rack the slide, and check the actual chamber, like make sure there's nothing in the barrel, and check down the magazine well to make sure there's nothing there. So that's if you guys do want, you know, actual advice for something like, hey, I'm not sure about this. So I know there's 1 or 2 of you in here who are specifically interested in this particular hobby. So I want to leave that as an option for you guys, should you want it. I think I'm gonna have to restart LASR. It seems to be having some problems with the camera. But yeah, so this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about this. I've been trying to get this set up for a while now. I know I've been talking about it a lot, but you know, we actually have the equipment to do it and the means to do it. So this is basically like you get to really enjoy. And there we go. Okay, what happened here? I know it got bumped. So oddly enough, the amount of lights I got going on here, I actually do need some more to make this look a little bit cleaner. But so I got to change the battery of my headset real quick. So, but we'll, for the most part, this is the setup. Little things here and there. So again, so just to kind of go over, I don't think I specifically said this, but for what everything is, the top left that is currently not showing, but is working, and my phone just went down too there. All right, let me get this fixed. Of course, everything just stops working all of a sudden here. All right, so this is going to be off of OBS. It needs to get brought back up. Let's actually just do... Boom. All right, so that's brought back up. That's great, Potato. That's great. There we go. All right, so that's back up. Let's get this functional again. So yeah, this is a definitely gonna be a little bit more serious of a stream. Again, I'm not like I can't crack jokes now, but the content itself is gonna be uh, fairly me not messing around like I normally would. So that's just let you guys know those are my expectations right now, and that's the way that this stream's going to be, or this part of streaming is going to be. So, but again, gaming content staying exactly where it is. I'm still going to get online in the evenings, so that's not changing. Just kind of this adding something kind of cool that I enjoy doing that I want to show you guys. But yeah, okay, so right there we go. All right, so for fine mature gentlemen, yes. So all right, so that's up. So I guess the thing we have to do now is just paste targets. If you guys would want music, let me know. I can put some in the background here. Just need a kind of idea if that's what you guys want. All right, so that's a little crooked. I'm gonna kind of center that a little bit. Okay, so that's gonna be center here for me. So should be right about right here. One second, guys. I'm not playing WAP. What was I doing? Pasting targets, all right. So we'll put that one there. So right now I'm just gonna be something simple today. Nothing too crazy. For our today setup. So thing that's gonna be kind of weird and I need to figure out is normally I'm running with a distance of anywhere from 15 to 25 yards for our competitions, and the actual plates, so we shoot steel. So the actual plates themselves are about anywhere from, I think they're like 16 inches to like 16 by 7 plate, like steel plate, and then the other one is a circle that has a 6-inch diameter, and the other one's that's a foot. And these are at anywhere from 15 to 25 yards. Well, I'm at 10 feet right now, so I'm not exactly far away. So I actually have to still sight in the pistol for this distance. Do something different here. We'll do. There we go. So usually I'm at a much greater distance. So this will be kind of interesting. Thanks for jumping in, Fire. So, yep, this is firearm training here. It's not, you're using simulated firearm devices, so it's an IR laser that goes out, an IR pulse, and the camera on the top left will pick it up. That's totally crooked, but that's okay. Well, I'll repaste it a little better later. So let's go ahead. Let's find my mouse. All right, so let me clear the screen here. So what we'll do is I'll just show you guys what I'm setting up here. No, it's great. This is a lot of space to be actually able to work. So, all right. So basically, what I'm doing here is I'm saying, this is a target, that's a target, that's a target, and that's a target, and then that's a target. So talking about distance, so I'm at about 10 feet, and each one of those is about an inch, maybe an inch, between an inch and an inch and a half. So they're fairly small, but it's not horrible. Right, so so T5. Okay, so talking about shooting. So competitive shooting, you have different types of targets. So each target is called T, and then each one, usually from left to right, is called T1. T1 through whatever, how many targets are. So right now we have 5 targets. So for us, this is T1, T2, T3, T4, and T5. So going from left to right. So if I say that, that's what that means. How accurate I am, I would say fairly well. I mean, I can hit a like a 6-inch target at a 25 yards with a pistol and without any problems consistently. So and this is scaled. This is scaled to fit that. So I would say I'm fairly precise, or I would say accurate. So accuracy and precision. So that's actually kind of interesting. So precision is your ability to essentially kind of hit the same thing over and over again. Accuracy is your overall where you want to go. So if I can be precise but not accurate, or accurate but not precise. So this is kind of just something interesting, like kind of way to look at it. All right, so going back to setting this up. So T5 for us today, we're going to make that be our stoplight. So that'll be like when I'm done shooting that particular string or that set of targets, that'll be where we'll stop at. So I've worked a little bit with this particularly the LASR software before. I haven't worked a ton with it. So I'm basically kind of learning on the fly here. And then I'm going to get better with it over time. All right, so so here's something we're going to try and do. So we're going to combine yeah, so I mean, to kind of explain accuracy, precision. So if I am accurate but not precise, that means, so if I want to hit T2, that means that I'm going to be hitting this area. But if I'm precise but not accurate, that means I'm hitting right here, but I still want to be hitting the T2, but all my shots are right here. But if I'm accurate and precise, that means I'm hitting, the bullseye here on T2. So just, I mean, if you don't know what that means, I guess that kind of helps. What we'll do is we'll set. So something interesting is these change not just on IR but visible light. So that's part of the reason why I have that light pointed right at the wall, is so if there's any lighting changes, that'll mostly leave it unaffected. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to make. So normally when you're competing, you have 2 different types of, I guess, readies. So okay, so you have low ready, high ready, and then you're from a holster. So sorry, let me stop that. So from a low ready is when, and I'll use the GoPro here to show you guys this. Make sure it's all up and running. Yep. So low ready is when you're about this. So I would say about 30, about 30-degree angle, pointing at the ground, and you're gumming up from here. High ready is when you're up here, you're pushing out, and then holster is obviously you're from a holster and you're drawing. For now, because there's things that I know I need to work on, I'm just been going from a low ready. You'll probably never see me go from high ready, and then later on down the line, I'm gonna probably transition to going from a holster. But that's not, there's things that I need to work on, and that's more important to me right now. Actually, like fine-tuning things and improving. Potato, why? Boom, SIRT main. Right. Okay, so I need to do one more thing real quick with the software. So right now, just because we're working on this particular software and there are some limitations, our low ready is going to be that target at the bottom here. So it's going to be our start and stop. Normally, I would like to have like somebody here running it and you know, like clicking the thing for me and like, you know, shooter ready, stand by, and then they click it like beep. So that's how you would go in competition. But we don't have that benefit, so I'm going to be doing it on my own. And if I'm not mistaken, the Mantis X software does have stuff built in to be able to do that. So I have to real quick see if I can do it here. There we go. Yeah. Shooter ready. Stand by. So that's, I don't know if you heard that beep, but I heard a beep. So I might just do that for now. We'll call that our start. Okay, that's awesome. You guys heard it. Perfect. Okay. So, all right. Yep, nope. So, something that's gonna be kind of weird to me is that's actually a little low, or that's a little high for me. So, low ready for me when I'm actually pointing. I'm pointing. I don't know if I can actually. I'll show you with the GoPro real quick. So, I'm pointing way like down here, essentially. So that's kind of weird, and that might mess me up over time, but we'll work with that. So I just got to get used to that for now, and I'll figure something out eventually that we can fix that or have some kind of way to run that. Okay. Is it actually starting on the? No, it's not. I gotta clear it. Okay, so see, that's why I said I gotta work with the software a little. I gotta figure out the software. So I might have to switch this to clear, another clear one right next to it. So what we can do in the future is just write labels and just be able to paste it up on the wall. So after you finish a string of fire, you have to clear to continue. So we'll just test it real quick. It's actually working here? No, it wasn't working. Oh wow, that is super. Ooh, I need to adjust that now. Okay, so I'm about an inch under where I should be shooting. So let me actually adjust that for now. So like I said earlier, I didn't sight it in for this particular distance, so that's going to be super weird. So I will tell you, I guess right now I'm just going to have to be honest, at least until I fix this tomorrow or later off stream tonight, when I am on and not on target. We'll just kind of make it. Oh, we need to fix that. I need to delete 3. Ooh, actually, shoot. Let's just do circles. We'll do circles underneath. So let's see real quick. Yeah, so it's slightly under. Okay, so I think I'm okay with this right here. Just for today, and I'll try to fix that tonight. I have to look in the manual for the software to fix that. Or it's not tonight, today. It's not even nighttime. Okay, so we'll do 1. We'll do 2. All right, so T5 is going to be our stop plate. So T5 is going to be our stop start. T6 is going to be our stop start. And then T7 is going to be clear and continue shooting. All right, so let's test it real quick. Oh, so it is recording, okay. Is it not? Not recording those shots? Oh, it's not, okay. Okay, so clear and continue needs to actually be T7. Sorry, or T6. So stop, start shooting, clear, continue. Done, okay. Okay, that works. Okay, there we go. So we're just ignoring number 7 there. Just the bottom on the right. Perfect, okay. Reset. So, I'm gonna press start on here. When I hear the beep, I'm gonna shoot the bottom targets, and then I'm gonna start going up through the top 5. So it's not actually picking up all the shots, weirdly enough, on the SIRT. Or on the Mantis. SIRT's fine. All right, so 2, not horrible. It's all right. I mean, there's definitely things I'm noticing I'm not doing correct. So, but hey, like I said, this is the expectation that I'm going to be improving over time. Not meant to be perfect. I think I need to move the iPhone. No, iPhone's, yeah, I need to move the iPhone slightly over. Actually, or I'll just move forward. How about that? All right. So right now, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's just a trigger weight. Or, so first time was at 138, so that's just under 2 seconds. I'll be able to check that with the LASR. And I'll see it on my laptop, so there's going to be a slight delay for some of this stuff. So yeah, just under 2 seconds, so not horrible. But let's see what I was doing my shots. Yeah, so tightening grip. So let's see if I can fix that real quick with that. Yeah, so that fixes the problem. Let's go ahead and reset. So I'm not sure how useful this graph here is going to be, and I'll show you guys. Just because I am moving and moving actual transitioning of targets and shooting. But we'll go ahead and reset. The main. All right, awesome. I do want to set up more targets, I think. Or how about this? I'll run through them twice because it just feels super quick. And I realize this isn't supposed to take forever. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get my rhythm. So 2 of those shots, I broke my wrist and I was leading the gun with the muzzle. So when you're shooting, what you want to kind of do is, in a way, kind of act as your wrist. Like if you had a giant rod sticking through your wrist, so the entire time you're not actually moving. You're not breaking your wrist, and that gives you stability to actually be able to look down the sights. So I think 2 or 3 of those shots, I was leading with my wrist and I broke. So that was why I started missing at the beginning there. And then I need to have a tighter grip. All right, that's no worries. I should be okay right now, Jeremy. We're just kind of chill, 4 or 5 of us hanging out in here. So I should actually probably back up a little bit. So to kind of just go over shooting fundamentals with you guys, just to kind of, I guess, explain a little bit more what I'm looking for when I'm doing stuff. So grip, stance, trigger pull, so that kind of stuff. So stance, starting with that, there's a couple different theories. The one I teach and the one I use, just because I'm more from the competitive shooting environment, is isosceles, kind of like a triangle. So the idea is when you're pressed out, you can draw a triangle with how your feet are and your hand is. And when you're actually standing, I have my weight on my pads of my foot and a little bit off my heels. And the idea is if I'm, in a competitive environment and I want to transition, I can, I'm already up, my weight's already off my heels. I can just kind of step, or move. And that gives you a lot more, and also that gives you a lot more balanced stance. And then with that, the idea is if you're getting recoil, it's coming directly back at you. You're not doing anything that's kind of different, and actually transition to targets is even on either side. Grip. So talking about grip, I'll use this here. Actually use the GoPro for this. So it'd be a good way to show. I move it. What was that? Everything's still up. Okay, I don't know what that was just now. So we'll go GoPro here, and I'm going to move it to the side a little bit so I can show you guys this. So idea behind grip is you have so I have my hand here. I'm putting it, the webbing of my hand all the way up on the, as high as I can here. I'm wrapping around, fingers off the trigger, resting on this frame of the gun. Fingers are wrapped around this way. And my thumb here, I'm essentially putting it in here, and I'm actually going to have both my fingers even. Might be a little bit easier to see there. Both my fingers are even. So when I look down, or if I were to bring the actual gun forward and look, they should look sort of like this, even on both sides. Lighting isn't the best, but... and then you have a tight grip. You don't have a death grip, but you have a tight grip the entire time. You don't want the gun flying out of your hand when you're shooting. So no, that is a weaver that you're talking about, Jeremy. So before you start doing anything, again, I said this earlier, unload, show clear to yourself, and verify that there's nothing in the actual gun before you start messing with it. So take out the magazine, rack the slide, make sure it's not around the chamber, and then visibly look that there's nothing there. All right, so good. But so yeah, so this is isosceles. Again, there's other different ideas. There's you have isosceles, you have weaver. Those are the main two that you hear about. There's alternate weaver, and I believe I don't think there's an alternate isosceles that I can think of, but there's specific limitations to weaver, which is why you have a alternate kind of version of it. Me and actually Death Hell Guns Eric, we talked about that briefly, I think in Discord a while ago, and it's doable. I don't prefer it, so I don't teach it. But if I see it, I can say that's a good or bad thing you're doing. I'm sure Diller will be here later this evening. But yeah, so you have your weight shifted forward, you're bending your knees a little bit, leaning forward a little bit. And then with that, something I didn't explain yet is when you actually, so right now, so I'm in my stance here. Yeah, so I'm in my stance here. You're not, if you watch my head here, when I pull the gun up, my head isn't moving. So there's some people, you'll see them do kind of some like cockeye head thing like this. Like you're not supposed to be straining your neck. It should be nice and even. There should be no stress with it. So kind of basic shooting fundamentals there. And so then the two things that go on regardless of method that you use, Weaver is going to be a little bit different, just because you're kind of angled slightly off-centered. What I will recommend you not do at all is a teacup. I'm asking you, please don't use the teacup for shooting. You get better control with traditional Weaver or with a isosceles. So, all right, let's keep going here. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to ask. A little bit longer. All right, let's go ahead and reset that. Without my glasses on, it was just mirror the actual thing. I don't think it's an actual thing, but I can tell you with eyes. I was actually just talking about this the other day with somebody. So dominance. If you don't know what your eye dominance is, I would love to be able to help you with that. Probably best to do it in Discord though sometime, just because it's a little bit easier to walk through with that. But long story short, and I'll try to do my best to explain it here with the GoPro camera. Stop it real quick. So I'll do my best to explain it with the GoPro real quick. So the idea is that fixate on something. So for right now, we'll look at the other camera there. So actually we'll do the wig. So if you guys see the top of the wig there, so actually let's find something defined. Yeah, we'll do we'll do the flag. So if you guys see the flag there on the top, and it's the best is with the far away objects. So this is not like the best way to show this right now. But the idea is you put your fingers up, having both eyes open right now. Basically, you want to balance your eyes between the tip of the flag. And if I close my right eye and it's and let's say I close my right eye and it's center. Well, if I close my right eye, then I open my left without changing anything else at all, it'll be different. And if you had both your eyes open, so your face is center, so I guess I'll kind of show it like this. So essentially all I'm doing is I'm putting my two fingers out in front and they're right in front of me. Now if I close my right eye and my object is right in the center of that, and if I open my if I close my right eye and open my left, my fingers are going to be way over here. So that kind of shows that I'm right eye dominant. And again, it'd be easier to explain this in something like this over Discord. I can help you guys out with that individually. And then, sorry, and to add on to that, something else to think about is your eyes yourself. So cross dominance is a thing. So that means that your left eye dominance. Okay. All right. So did you know you were left eye dominant before, or is you just figure that out just now? I just want to check. Because I will totally explain, go over this over Discord tonight if I didn't do the best job explaining that. Okay, all right. We'll go over that tonight. I want to make sure I'm not screwing you up. Because if you knew that before, then that's fine. But the idea is your dominant eye will focus on things clearer. So what you want to actually do is, essentially, so I'm aiming with my right eye is the idea. And then if I'm left eye dominant, I'm aiming with my left. And if you're doing with rifle, you'd actually, you'd be shooting with your left hand if you're left-handed. If you're right-handed with rifle, you'd be shooting with your right hand. So with that, cross dominance. Okay, so for me, I'm right-eye dominant, but when I'm looking down the sights, sometimes it'll look like the sights are like, my eye can't focus correctly if I have both of them open, and it'll look like it's like moving to the left. Like it's just like, oh, it's flashing on the left, no, it's on the right. And the way to fix that is you just stick a piece of tape over your non-dominant eye, or you should not cover it, because that does actually create problems with lighting. So your eyes are like really badass autofocusing cameras, and if one is darker and one is not, your brain's like, oh, it's dark, oh wait, it's not, oh, it's dark, oh wait, it's not, and it causes problems. So give more money, meh. So all right, we'll keep going here. All right, reset, start. I didn't hear that. Something wrong with my headset. Actually, what I can do is I just route it through that. Let's see if that works. Ooh, you guys aren't seeing that anymore. All right, let me fix that. I wonder if that's just like it's not doing anything for too long and it wants to just like save memory. I'll have to check that out as well. So right index finger. Are you left-handed or right-handed? Left index finger, right, and left thumb, lower right side. Yes. Okay. So you're right-handed. How to look, and we'll do the GoPro again. So if you're right-handed, you have your right hand gripping the gun. On the right side of the frame here, you have your right index laying here. You have take your left hand, place it here, making sure these are even. You're wrapping around, you're filling in the gap here, so there's no, like if you were to kind of look, there's no gap. If you're left-handed, it's the opposite. So left hand here, fingers resting here, not on the trigger. So actually we'll switch cameras, it'll just be easier. I'm gonna manipulate it like that. iPhone. All right, so left hand here, place it up, this left side of the frame, left index finger, flipping it around, my right thumb, or my right hand here, my right thumb and my left index are even. There's no gaps, I'm gripping firm. I'm not a death grip, but I'm gripping, tightly. All right, I'm gonna fix the phone real quick. Give me 2 seconds. View phone properties. Let's. Boom. All right. Phone is good to go now. Good to go. So your offhand left, if your right hand stays on the slide all the time. So I'm sorry, no, it's not on the actual slide, it's on the actual frame. So might be able to be easier to look at here. So this is kind of how it would normally be placed. My thumb here. If you place this on the slide, depending on the gun, you run the risk of when you're shooting, the slide, is physically moving. So you could potentially, get caught on something if there's something there, wax back. But it's on the actual frame itself. So my hand is not, when I'm actually shooting and gripping the gun, my hand is not actually touching the slide, the red piece at all. So, yeah, I would recommend resting on the frame. All right, let's do one quick go. I'm still not hearing that. There we go. All right. Super quiet, but I heard it that time. So, I'm actually gonna change this real quick. I might change 1 to clear and continue. Did it just fail? Man, it did it again. Okay. Kind of weird. It keeps dipping out like that. I'm not sure if it's the software or if it's my phone. All right, let's try and fix this. Okay, and then try it again. There we go. All right, should be, is it up now? It's not up. So I have to fix it again. Every time. So I think that this is the play, is we just leave it on top. That actually might be why it's not working. Here we go. I need to move this over here. Problem. All right, if this doesn't fix that, I'll be sad. Just sad, nothing else. Okay, so I did want to change something before we start the next go, though. So I want to change the T1 to shoot and continue because this is messing me up. Not having that as a stop plate or start plate. Okay, so we're just ignoring those bottom 2 now. I'm going to do a proper low ready. Yeah, I'm not hearing it again. Here we go. Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Ooh, so that's what's happening. Okay. I know what's happening now. So you guys can hear it, but I can't because my phone disconnects. So I'm gonna put some music in the background. Hopefully that'll fix the problem. So if my phone doesn't, or my headset doesn't, not my phone, if my headset doesn't hear any music for a period of time, it'll automatically shut off or any noise. It's kind of nice, so I don't have to worry about. Sure, it's working through. Okay, I think that's okay there. Okay. Okay, so I just need something in the background for my headset to actually function and not shut off, because I think that's part of the problem. Yeah, be careful, Potato. That's... I get it, picks are good, but dang, man. You gotta be careful. Okay, so let me fix it on Streamlabs. Okay. Music turned down. Alright. So the main thing is just something playing from my headset, otherwise it'll keep auto shutting off. So I'm gonna start from a proper low ready. It's starting to bother me. No, too early. I was totally off. Totally hesitated with that shot, first shot. Okay, so I can actually change the time. 4 seconds, 4 to 7 seconds. Okay. Not horrible. More looking for times than anything right now. 2. Wow, the quality just dropped for my screen there. All right, go again. I pushed out with that last shot. I went like, shouldn't have done that. Potato, man, you gotta chill a little bit there. Right. So T4, I try to just like what you shouldn't do is you should make sure you have target acquisition, then move on to the next one. I didn't do that just now. Try that again. I'm gonna watch myself real quick. I did something with T1. It might have been it. I just broke the wrist. I pushed again. But the T2, T3, T4 were fine. And T5 was nice. I was happy with the rest of them. Yeah, no, that's never fun. I had a friend who used an auto clicker for MMO, and he had problems like that. I'm happy with that. I'm a little slow on my first shot, so I think I might need to just do first shot drills for a bit sometime in the near future, probably tomorrow. So. I didn't register it. Okay, try again. I overswung with T5, went too far, so I had to adjust and go back. I was on target for T4, but because of our goofy just not being sighted improperly, it's gonna be off. T5 was a perfect shot for me. That was nice. Too much trigger finger thumbing. So I'm not sure how much of that is just me transitioning versus the actual gun itself. Nice. Cookie Clicker is a older game. I would play that in a hot minute. I didn't have fair enough grip on my left hand there, and I went like that for T5. This is what it's gonna come down to. Is I'm just gonna be self-diagnosing and then fixing my problems here, which is fine. This is expected. I'm happy with that. What we'll probably end up doing tomorrow is I'll print out a sheet, and if you guys are available, I'll let you guys choose what to do. So something my coach likes to do is you have a giant sheet of paper. Of course, they would start doing that. Let me turn it off. So you have a giant sheet of paper. It has various different targets that have different numbers, colors, and shapes. And you call out what you want to do, like the order, like red, green, blue. You know, you'd shoot in that order, like 3 things in that order. Or you do square, red, circle, green, and you do that. Or 1, 3, circle 5, you know, or something like that. So I'll print that out tomorrow. That'll be good. Be something fun to do. And then I'll do first shot drills right at the beginning. But this is day 1. Figuring stuff out. So that's what we want to do here. So I'm happy with this. So this is nice. First shot was a little slow, and the music stopped. There we go. Let me actually roll up my sleeves real quick. Definitely warm in here. Yes. Hello, Mauser. Hello, Mauser. Now we're pretty chill right now. Potatoes being potato, but otherwise we're doing good. Let me check the time on that. Did it not register all my hits? Oh yeah, no. So I wish there's some way to integrate Mantis into this. No, missed. I shot too far to the right. And then I also need to push or grab firmer with my left hand on the grip. Nobody nick the stream. It's alright. Spent 5 to 6 hours researching for about the 80s for my final. Jeez, what kind of final was it? Like what on the 80s were you had to write about? Brought it down too far on T3 and I overshot it going up on T1. Oh, the entire decade. I mean, it's a lot to cover in the 80s. I mean, I guess that's kind of cool. Did you have a choice on what decade you did, or did you just assign that? Entertainment, politics, food, technology. Okay. I was a little low with all those. Okay. I mean, the entertainment piece of the 80s, and then I feel like food's probably pretty fun too. Whoa, whoa. Runaway phone there. Sloppy Joes were popular during the 80s. I mean, kind of hard to go wrong with Sloppy Joes, though. You gotta admit it. So probably gonna be doing this for another half hour. That'll probably be it for these today. Maybe not even that. But the idea is to start by 1 and then finish, be done by 3. No, it didn't register that last shot. I didn't let it reset enough. I think that was the issue. Let me do something real quick. Okay. Back to aim. Yeah, I know. I slapped my trigger, or I slapped the trigger with my index when I went into transition. So trigger slap is when in downrange you just kind of like do that. You're like, what you're doing, you end up doing is you like shift the gun, which is no point out. Like playing with aim assist on IRL. I don't need an aim assist IRL. I got me for that. Definitely hit T3 at least twice and didn't register it either time. I'm curious where this will actually end up pointing real quick. I want to see something. So what I would like to do real quick is turn the laser on for the prep trigger and see where that's actually pointing. Oh yeah, no, I'm on the black dot right now. So it's like a solid ½ an inch below. Or ½ an inch to an inch. Make sure it's off. Yep, okay. But I'll definitely need to add some things in here, so. And then with that, I think we're gonna every day switch up the actual target too, so we're not doing the same thing every single day. The same thing, you're not seeing the same thing every single day, it'll be a little bit different. So that'll be good for me. You know, so I get an hour of training at minimum, single target. I underswung on T5. I would have barely hit that if that was an actual target. All right, let's go again. All right, so probably another 10 minutes, and that'll also be it for this for today. And this will be a daily thing. So. What did I just do there? No, not that. That's not what I did. Super heavy trigger weight for this. So this is a lot heavier to what my, no, wrong one, sorry. What I'm normally use. Yeah, I know. I said that my goal was to do this from 1 to 3, and I'm thinking that it'd be more realistic to do it for about 10, 15 more minutes, not 30. Sorry, I did say 30 minutes like 5 minutes ago. I hesitated with my on T5. All right, go again. Now something's off. I didn't have a proper grip. There we go, that's better. So part of something with grip that you want to balance, so what I have to keep doing is having a good grip with both your hands, but also relaxing your actual trigger finger. So like, I'm gripping, this hard, but I have to have this loose because I don't want this, like, if I grip really hard, I'm gonna end up doing that. So it's a matter of like balancing that. Ugh. Let me get some water real quick. Right. Yeah, I need to sight this in. This is gonna keep bothering me. I'll do that sometime next 24 hours before the next stream. I'm curious what the time was on that one. It's probably like 1.5-ish. All right, I'm gonna do first shot drill. So I'm gonna go from T1 to T5. I'm ignoring I'm ignoring 2, 3, 4. Let me see if there's actually a mode for it on the Mantis. I was off. So ideally I want to have that at like 0.8. Not over 1, but again, I haven't practiced in over a year with the exception of that competition I did. So I guess it isn't too surprising. Yes. So, like ranking. So I don't like to do this a ton, but ranking against other people at states. Our team. So the competition I did was actually team based. So at state, our team placed first in every division for the college division, and then at nationals, actually right as COVID was hitting, I think we won 2 categories, but there also weren't teams there that normally were. So I'm not gonna like say like, oh my god, we're that good all the time, and we got some leeway there with some teams not being there. But I'm decent. I mean, I would consider myself a fairly proficient shooter, advanced shooter. So, but a lot of the time you shouldn't be like, how well as you do. You should be comparing against yourself, not against other people. So, but so for me at least, I've seen good measurable improvement from when I started to where I am now, or I guess before COVID. So I need to get that time down now. I mean, that'll take some, a little bit to get that down, but definitely need to cite this in now. I keep saying that. This is like dead on, dead on, dead on, dead on, dead on. It's like, look, I'm gonna see where this actually goes. Yeah, it's all low, so. Who here has actually enjoyed meatloaf? Dude, meatloaf can be absolutely fantastic. Especially if you have like the right sauce on top. That's so good. Take a quick break for a second. Yeah, no, meatloaf is great, but you have to have good meatloaf though to like say like meatloaf is good. That's just me though. I know Garfield would hate my me suggesting that, but that's okay. Garfield's not here. No, it's like what ketchup and Worcestershire. I don't know how the fuck you say that. The W sauce that's like a darker, like a blackish color. That stuff's good. Like mixing those two up, I think like has a really nice flavor to it. And there's something else you put in it too. I forget. So I can definitely feel from gripping. My fingers are actually starting to get kind of sore already. So yeah, I do Worcestershire. There we go, Worcestershire. I think that's it. And then ketchup, and then I think it's brown sugar as well. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I haven't tried pineapple before. But no, some like mad flavors there. Egg, breadcrumb, beef, garlic for the base. Okay, so you put in the base. All right, okay, that's different. All right, let's do some more first shot drills here. Oh geez, Mouse, you gotta give yourself more time. I was just talking with Tanner about that. Is he's like one of the worst procrastinators for stuff, and almost as bad as me sometimes with some stuff. The thing is I mean, I could if I just like swung, I could probably hit that time. But you know, I'm trying to make sure I have target acquisition properly before I'm actually pulling the trigger. Which is, hey, fundamental firearm safety anyways, so I guess that works. But I'm both talking about Mauser. Okay, so time for assignments. Time for assignments. Take your time to do assignments, but make sure you turn them in with like a good couple hours to spare. Same thing with tests, especially online too. Like you shouldn't ideally wait till the last minute. That's like a southern classic right there. Meatloaf, mac and cheese, and some broccoli. Okay. Another minute. So I'm expecting my hands, because I mean I'm not used to like gripping hard like that. Is gonna be sore for the next couple days probably. Majority of my time researching. I mean, that's good. That's definitely good you're spending that much time researching. Definitely not a bad thing by any means. So, I'm gonna reset. Wasn't actually ready yet. Oh, it's catching me hitting it. Let me try that real quick. I'm not actually gonna pull the trigger here. Thanks. Okay, so those times it was just getting is what I'm actually doing here is doing that. Like I'm sliding my finger onto the trigger, and I'm kind of not slapping the trigger, but it's just like that's what it's doing here. And it was counting, the sensor was picking up as, oh, you pulled the trigger already. So I'm just sliding my hand on there, just trying to be quick, and it was picking it up. Not the right thing. That was super long. That was really long there. I mean, the important part is you actually enjoying your meatloaf, though, to be fair, and your dinner. Like, obviously, if you're, like, learning how to cook, like, it's not going to be perfect, it's okay to mess up and try again, but, and not have, like, the best tasting meal, but ideally, you want to enjoy what you're eating, and, like, work on cooking, and so... I'm just because Mystic, I'm gonna. Oh, I don't know yet. Mystic, you can make tacos and burritos too. I know that for sure. You should do some like ground beef with some taco mix, Mauser. So cook the ground beef, or even turkey for that matter. And once it's fully cooked, you get some like taco mix, put in some water, mix it up together, pour it in, then boom, you have like seasoned meat. I mean, you can throw it over chips if you wanted to, like do tostada. That would be kind of like a nice like in between, like so some avocado and some lettuce and tomato on that. Or if not lettuce, then do cabbage instead. I mean, that's a solid meal right there. Have you done chicken in place? Cook stream in the future, yes, sometime. Because a nice, so kind of cool, but the phone here is actually wirelessly connected to my computer. And I could do that with either phone I have. So the one that you're seeing on the bottom left is my old phone that I'm just using as like a webcam essentially and like a streaming tool. And then the one on the bottom right is my actual like phone that I use. So you've never, no way, you've cooked before. But so yeah, I mean, like I could like actually do a cooking stream and it have like be like a decent quality and not just like crap phone stream. That would be kind of fun. And I proper overshot it. Did it not? That was weird. It didn't register something right. Oh, okay. So it's not even. That's interesting. All right, just curious there. I can't miss those streams then. We'll figure it out sometime. We'll do some fun stuff. I mean, we'll do something simple, nothing too crazy. But no, like, I mean, like, I'm not tethered to this room, fortunately, because of that application. So that's kind of cool. Made some bomb. It's okay. So, Adam Ragusia on YouTube. If you want some like actually really good cooking stuff, that's like reasonable. Like if you like watch like it's Binging with Babish. Yeah, his stuff's like, I'm gonna use some like crazy ingredients, and it's like, no, I want something like that I could cook myself and that's reasonable. It's like Adam Ragusia kind of fills that role, and I recently tried his one of his mac and cheeses he did. It was actually pretty good. Mazzer, can you stream while walking diamond? Well, IRL streams are different though. Like you actually need equipment for like a proper, like not just like I'm opening the Twitch app and streaming. Like if you want like a proper like IRL stream, we're talking like minimum $2,000+ worth of equipment. And like I've actually kind of looked into it just to see like how reasonable it would be to actually do it. And it's way too expensive for me to do right now, like even something remotely. I mean, there's some stuff I actually have already, but it's just not like... I twisted myself there, okay. Well, it's not the GoPro, it's the like, so like, I mean, you can use a phone, like even like $100 like crap phone. Well, I knew it was gonna happen. Shouldn't know it was gonna happen. So the problem is the actual encoding for stream. So trying to get it from the camera to a computer to actually send it to Twitch, like actually make it so it's a video that you can send off, that's the problem. Like that specific piece of tech like costs like upwards of $1,000. And there's like daily fees you have to do, so yeah, no, it's just, or monthly fees. And you have to pay for the data too, and we're talking like, you know, potentially $500 for the data. So I mean, it's like yeah, like I can do anywhere in the house or near the house. That's kind of weird. Let's try that. Okay. What plane? BO4. That's the not a hot take, but like it's been a, I don't know, I do like Modern Warfare over BO4. feel off. Oh, I flew a plane for, oh, that's awesome. Shoot, that's actually pretty cool. So, did you enjoy it? Was it, I mean, like, was it just like, oh, this is kind of cool, or like, is that something you think you want to do? Oh, BF4. One-handed. Okay, well, I've driven no-handed to change, you know, to open a bottle for like 2 seconds, so. Well, I get what you mean, okay? I know what you meant. I'm just making fun of you. I'm teasing. Jeremy's like, I'm 4 parallel universes ahead of you. Okay. I was off. I was totally off with that one. I was too high. I'm assessing this like the beginning G right there. Okay. I think that's going to be it for today. For shooting. So it's going to be a daily thing. So I'll be here tomorrow, hopefully a little bit earlier. I was still setting up some stuff from the overlays and getting that fixed. But daily thing, gaming will still happen tonight, so I'll still be on again, probably 8, 9 o'clock time frame for a few hours. So that's gonna be, you know, that's gonna be normal. So yeah, appreciate you guys stopping by. This is a lot of fun. And again, I'm gonna be, you know, the idea is to keep the actual what you guys are seeing differently. Keep it different for me, so I'm doing different things, and then watch me improve over time. So, yep. Whoa, I'm not sure what happened to the camera there, but appreciate you guys hanging out. And hopefully catch you guys later. If not, then I'll see you guys tomorrow.